Three glasses. I just look like we've been drinking. Haven't even drank yet today, so
Right.
Welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name's Tom,
And I'm Mike.
and today we're cracking open a new bottle of Knob Creek Cask Strength Rye Whiskey. From an undisclosed place, because, you know, the one problem with having a Santa sack is you can't remember where you bought the damn things. So I'm 90% sure this was a liquor store that we've got a few store picks from. Because I remember now that the more I keep thinking about it, I remember him saying, hold on, we got some stuff in the back. And he came out, we got that one, and that was definitely Ted's. And he brought this one out too. Because I wrote them in the book the same way. So anyways,
It's either Ted's or it's
I'm pretty sure we got this one at Ted's though. You might have got the other one at mine. I'm pretty sure this was a Ted's one. So
Thank you to both.
Yep, whoever got it, greatly appreciate it.
We'll get better at writing stuff on the back, I guess.
Well, normally on his, he has on the store pick, it usually says it, but it does not say anything about a store pick on his on this one. So maybe it was just on his shelf. And maybe it just wasn't a store pick. Maybe this was just a cask strength he had down in the back basement. He just brought it up. So because normally his store picks has it written down. So he paid approximately $69.99. It is 119.6 proof. It's made at the Beam Septorium with Jim Beam. It was released in May of 2018, which always makes me giggle when we get one that's like that recent.
It was released. It was barreled though in 2009, I think it said.
Right, but it was but it was released in 2018. Fucking knob. Really? They got to do something with this. This is unacceptable. I'm writing the company. I'm telling them this is unacceptable.
I want to see this.
I'm going to have to stop buying these things if they can't figure out their wax job. That is not good.
He might stop buying them, but I'm probably not going to stop buying them.
Love the taste. If you could only figure out, please call Maker's Mark and say, hey, what do you do? What do you do? I'll gladly go to Maker's Mark and get a lesson and then come teach you guys. This is terrible. Oh, God, this is terrible. Anyways, undisclosed mash bill. It was named the best rye whiskey in 2018 at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition. So I'm kind of excited to not pour it because I don't even think, holy crap.
This is the other fun part of watching Tom.
Wow. That one is in there. Woo! Well, no, now I'm like, where can I pour it when I'm not going to dribble on the wax and you say, oh, now you got wax in my glass.
Look at just give me all the paper.
Jeez, this first one, I'm so stressed out now. I can't pour with your tongue in my mouth. Give me a break.
You can't pour without a tongue.
I can't. Yeah, now I just spilled. Oh, good God.
It's a good start.
Yeah, this is a great start. So, all right, let's see.
And we just got here.
Yeah, and this is number one. They didn't fool around with the cork. Let me tell you that. All right, it's in there. So we haven't had a rye whiskey in a while. We have quite a few rye whiskeys in the Santa sack over there, but someone went a little crazy with his rye whiskey buying. We had some in there too, but what it is we. Oh, Jesus Christ. What it is when we're reaching around. We had so many, as you could see, we had so many that were like, not time pressing, but they were like, oh, this one's supposed to be really good, really good. So we were kind of dancing around a lot of the ryes. I didn't fool around on pours either. This is what, 119 proof.
You don't get that right off the bat though. You don't, and I don't get the pine tree right off the bat.
Well, it's definitely relax. I know, we gotta fix the bottom of the curtain. You can see out of it.
You talk more than Tom.
I want to get the room darkened shades. Would help with the lighting. You don't get it's not a minty pine. They didn't have a mash bill on it, so I'm wondering if it's like a barely legal rye. I don't know.
I would probably lean towards that.
I don't, because you're not really getting that
No.
95.5 rye where
I'm
you're getting that
going to
minty
totally
pine.
miss this one. Because it's got a great flavor.
With the rye spice, you're getting like I'm getting the Pop Rocks. I took the little baby sip, but I got the Pop Rocks on my tongue. I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw it around. But that, and you get a nice. You get the nice Kentucky hug. Like that just came right down. It's not. It wasn't. I didn't even really feel it in my throat.
Yeah, I have it on my tongue.
It just kind of. No, it is still like right on the tip of my tongue. Still got a tingle, and I only did the baby sip. So let me try it again.
You better start catching up.
I'm fighting with the wax. I don't even have time to drink over here.
It has almost. It's got like a caramel-esque nose right now. This one's gonna throw me. That definitely wakes your tongue up.
When you swish it, my whole tongue is activated right now.
Yep.
With a big tingle. Mm-hmm. It's all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now it did have a different aftertaste. I'm not getting, as you wanted to say, the heavy caramel.
I didn't say heavy. You got to pull for everything, but
it's not jumping out of the glass like the normal knob does, though, and it's not jumping out of the glass like a normal rye does.
No,
it's
this
kind
is
of
almost
a
hidden one like Rabbit Hole was.
Yeah,
where you didn't get any of that. It has a bourbon-esque flavor.
We have not yet got, and I actually was in a liquor store today and I seen it, but I was like, we already have so many in Santa Sac, I didn't grab it, but there was a regular knob rye.
Oh.
He's rolling his eyes over there.
Well, because I thought you were going to say they had the Rabbit Hole, the purple one.
No, I didn't see it. There was no rabbit holes. There was none in there. But they did have a knob rye, the regular knob rye. And it wasn't actually a bad price, but it was a whole knob section. So they had knob 9, knob rye. 2 of them were discounted. They had a knob 12, all in. Like it wasn't even on the shelf. It was in their own little display box. So there was a ton of them there. And I went in specifically to see if something else broke out, and I didn't see what I was looking for. And of course, I could have walked out with like 6 things, but I used restraint, and I said, no, I'm not doing it.
It might be a first.
But now I'm like, I know they're all there. I should go get them. I wanted to go back.
You got to use the theory that I have. If it's one left, that's kind of the one you get an eye on.
They were stacked, actually. They might have. I haven't gone to this liquor store. I used to stop there all the time.
I've also done that thinking, they're 6 deep. Mm-hmm. And I've gone back a week later, and 3 of those 6 deep are gone. And then those are obviously 2 of them I wanted. But
well, the funny thing is, it wasn't one of my. It used to be one of my regular liquor stores, but I don't drive by it on the way home from work anymore. So I don't go to that one because it's kind of out of the way. But they were actually stacked. Like I couldn't find like that Elijah Craig barrel proofs. I couldn't find the Larceny barrel proofs. They were like 8 deep.
They're still hard to find.
This one store was like 8 deep on them.
Yeah, but you're high.
But they were expensive. Yeah, they were upwards of $90, and I said, yeah. But we already had all the ones that they had anyways, but I was looking because if the new one's coming out, I just wanted to, I figured it was a new store, and I was driving by it. I didn't have Crazy Dog with me, so I could actually stop. It is definitely now, though. The more I smell it, I am getting a Knob Creek. I'm getting that batter.
The nose is coming through.
I'm getting a batter with the. This is going to be tough because you're not.
We don't usually get that heavy in a rye.
Correct. And yes and no, because the barely legal ryes, you do get that nice caramel.
Oh, this one's barely legal.
That's, if I had to guess.
I'm guessing with you.
I'm thinking it's like maybe 51, 52% rye. With a heavy corn on the back, so it almost counters. It almost tastes like a high rye bourbon, is what it tastes like, but it's not. It's a rye because it has at least 51%, or at least you have to have at least 51% for the. If this is one of them, 80, 95, 5 ryes, they
did a fantastic job.
They still.
I'm not getting all that. Though.
No. I am not either. And at first, I wasn't getting a whole lot, but that was a neck pour too. But it really is bringing around the caramel like Knob usually does. lasting power for days, sits on your tongue.
It does, even
really
little
well.
baby sips, because I got to keep it doing baby sips, because someone's over here really doing baby sips. And if you're comparing,
You bought it. You can pour. You can pour. But I don't know what we can really compare it. I mean, it's phenomenal.
it is very good.
You know, I know what we can compare it to in the Santa Sack, but I mean, it is very good. Oh, we can do that for a blind too.
Well, the
We can
only other
throw
one
any
would
other
be
one.
is what you said. Is the pinhook, because it's close to the same proof.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't had that one in a while.
You want to do it now, or you want to do it on a Sunday fun day?
Well, that would be blind.
Correct. We can compare it if you want. If you want to, do you want to compare it?
Did that one have the mint?
I
don't think
we
we've touched it
did
since
this
we did it.
so long ago.
Well, somebody's touched it since we did it.
I think we've compared it to other
Did we?
things. I think so.
I don't remember comparing this.
All right, so this is 114, so it's not too far off.
No, 119.
I may have fell into this once or twice.
They have a nice wax.
They do. Knob, meet Pinhook. Pinhook, show them how to
That's
do a
not
wax job.
as abundant.
Well, I think it came out with the racers.
They come out, they come
during
and go
like the
quick.
Kentucky Derby area, and I don't think that comes out after that. You know what I mean? Like
I can't imagine they only make that much and then it's done.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, there is rye humor. Rye humor. It's the only rye one that we have that's opened. I think we have another one in the Santa Sack, but it's the only one we have that's actually opened. These two are both bourbons.
Right.
Oh, Fighting Cock, you're lucky you're still on the shelf. I didn't see how little was in there. I probably would have fell into a glass at one point in time. I've been trying. No, this one
has
huge rye.
I was gonna say it has
huge
a
rye.
mintier start.
I mean, I didn't even spin it, and just as I started spinning it, it was like whoop, minty pine, minty pine. So this would be your traditional. We couldn't do a.
Oh, even taste.
We couldn't do a blind. They're not even. That's like apples and oranges.
You wait till you taste it.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like when I had the pine needle tea.
You've said this before, and I said, "Who in the world drinks a pine needle tea?" But I've never heard of it.
In survival,
I've never heard of it.
It gives you nutrients that you need, and
I've seen people smoke banana peels, but I don't know about that.
is that a survival thing, or is that just
I don't know if it's survival.
something
but
that you guys created?
it
in your
definitely
little-
passes time. Yeah, no, this right here, if you're not a rye person and you're thinking maybe dipping your toes in the rye, this wouldn't be a dipping in the toes because this is cast strength 119. This just gives you a nice punch in the face. But this is a very good tasting bourbon / rye. Like it brings all the bourbon flavors
So
there with like a rye spice.
taste wise, I would say Rabbit Hole is the closest for a quick taste, but a proof is different. I think
I
that's like
haven't drank the
95.
Rabbit Hole in forever. I can't even say
I
that.
remember. Well, it just came up in a blind.
The rye?
I believe, and it just came up in a rye. I thought, and both of us missed it.
I don't think it did it? I don't know. We'd have to go back and watch them. I don't remember writing Rabbit Hole on any of them. Like I don't remember taking a picture and putting it on a thing. I could be wrong.
Sometimes his editing skills or timing of editing could be tainted.
Sometimes it is. It could be a long day before you start editing. I'll tell you, this sits for days.
It's the pinhook.
No.
Well, they're both
Well,
flavor-wise.
whatever's going on
all
right
day,
here,
all day long.
there's some heat coming off
What
of
was
these.
the price of the pinhook? Is that $49?
I did not buy this one. $47.99.
Definitely more in the rye realm there.
This
one,
yeah.
this is gonna throw you. I agree. It's almost like the burr rye or whatever.
To me,
it's very similar to that.
It tastes like a high rye bourbon to me. Like
Which
it really, this one. It really brings that bourbon flavor with the rye spice at the end. as opposed to this one that brings 100% rye spice from the nose to the palate to the swallow all the way down.
Yeah.
It's 100% rye in your face, which if that's what you like, perfect. But if you're a bourbon lover that wants a hint of like the rye spice,
Personally,
this is actually really good.
Yeah, I would lean towards this.
Right, because you
myself, I like the bourbon flavor a little bit more.
I flip flop. It depends. Sometimes
I'm not saying this is bad. This is actually very good.
When you know what you're getting into, like sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna try, and it's funny because I haven't had it since we just about bought it. But last night I might have been sampling some stuff, and I grabbed Old Overhaul, and it totally hit me, totally different than what I was expecting. Because I remembered it being like more of a rye, but it wasn't. It was kind of funky compared to some of the other ones we've had. Like I remember it being really good when we first got it, and I just had some, and I was like, no, that's not what I remember tasting.
Actually, that was one. I think that's the one. It's Bottle and Bond that Marty's also has. I don't go to the back often back there because I always walk out with too much. So,
see, compared to this, it's totally when you compared knob to the pinhook.
I don't think
totally different.
We didn't pick the right one.
When you
closeness,
you know, I told you you wouldn't listen to me. I don't remember what that one. We really didn't try that one in a long time.
I haven't had
it. It definitely brings the rye.
Oh, by a million.
Yeah.
Honestly, other than Rabbit Hole, I think would have been a closer pick.
And again, I just don't remember the flavor of that one. It might have been. I remember
saying.
I remember like Wild Turkey 101 rye was like a softer rye.
Tweakness a little.
But it was still a bourbon with a tweak of a rye.
I don't. Yeah, you didn't quite get the nose like this one.
No, you just got you actually got.
This is what happens even in the blinds. I'm like, that's the nose I'm looking for, and then when you get these that are like tweeners, and I look like a retard, so it's not even close.
This one could really actually.
I'm gonna probably.
This could throw us because I'm gonna think bourbon, and it's gonna bring me into like the Knob Creek store pick, or even like you might even mistake it for Elijah Craig or Booker's. You know what I mean? Because they'd actually.
I don't know about Booker's.
I bet I'd say 1792 foolproof though. It definitely brings that bourbon flavor.
Neither one of them drink hot.
No, it's funny. It's not that it drinks hot. They're sitting right here.
They do have a hole here.
It's like,
but
it's like this.
Drinkability is like not bad. And I've taken some pretty good sips.
It's backed me off only because once the knob hits, it gives you that full coat. It sits on your tongue for days. Like you don't need to go back real quick. This one drinks, the pinhook drinks a little bit softer to me. Like as far as like it doesn't last as long as knob did.
Right. But it has a whole day-night flavor.
It's a total, right. But it even comes and goes faster. It doesn't sit on your tongue. It doesn't coat as well. It's very good. But when you coupling it to this, I would pick this one over that, hands down. I like the flavor. I like the taste. I like the smell. And I love the mouthfeel and the whole, the coat, everything about it. It's actually probably, I'm going to go on a limb saying one of the best ryes I've had so far. And we never put this one in the blind because nothing could compete with it because it was the highest proof.
I would say Rabbit Hole's close. And it's a little less proof. I would start either one of them.
We're going to have to, let me write this down, Sunday Fun Day, because I don't remember Rabbit Hole.
But this,
and I'll be interested to see.
Proof, we're going to probably notice the proof. But we're not going to notice. Look, my mind does suck.
I honestly, I don't remember. I don't remember. It may have popped up. I don't remember, though. I don't remember Rabbit Hole Rye. I don't remember either one of the two rabbit holes popping up in a blind, to be honest with you. But the mind is a terrible thing to waste. So.
That's right up. For like a brewery, a distiller that you don't see often, I tend to.
Well, I know you're a huge, and again we have another one over there. We just haven't broke out yet.
This nose is almost all bourbon.
No, that's why I say to me it reminds me more of a high rye bourbon as opposed to a rye.
Yeah.
Whiskey like this. The pinhook brings rye. You can't mistake. It's Christmas right off the bat. It is like
even the taste.
Oh, there's the tree. Oh, it's still on my tongue now. You're getting a minty pine right off the bat.
You're getting a whole batter.
Yeah, no, that's why I said it took a minute for it to wake up, but no, it is. It is
by far.
Again, that goes back to, I still think one of the most underrated distiller. Actually, just I can't say distiller because they're part of everybody, but Knob is everywhere. It's like Wild Turkey. Wild Turkey kind of gets a bad rap. A lot of people don't like Knob. It's not expensive.
70.
Well, this one was, but I mean, normal Knob.
I
just found it for $39.
No, I get it.
I found the regular one was $39 for the regular.
And it has a huge nose.
That's what I'm saying.
It might be still one of our top favorites.
Steve just brought the Knob 15. He paid $100. So they all get expensive, but with their base level, brings so much flavor and taste for not a ton of money.
And I think we even.
And they're always 100 proof. You know what I mean? That's the one good thing about them too.
And they last. That is fantastic. Mm-hmm. I might have to almost agree. This might be our best rye.
Thank you. I wasn't saying that.
So
honestly,
I'm going comparing price wise. It's half.
I'd have to try that one again, and we can try that again. Not today, of course.
Because
we
can try just did this that totally different.
No, it's not even.
I just went for proof, and we missed
flavor. It's not there, but no. Honestly, because I know you're not a huge rye, and I'm not a huge rye guy.
I'm a rye fan here.
This, when you have a rye, and I'm curious
because it's a huge, more bourbon-esque nose.
I'm curious. If we get there, because it's the cash strength. We should have started with the one that I seen today. They have an actual regular.
Sometimes
rye.
we put the cart before the horse.
No, and I'll be curious if it still brings that caramel with the lower proof.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Because I don't.
First mental thought. I'm thinking we'll be a little disappointed.
I don't know. See, that's why you say copy before the horse. If we would have tried that one first, we would have loved this one that much more.
Well, he was at the store, he didn't buy it. Had to throw that out there.
True. But then again, I didn't realize we had this over there either.
Or we didn't realize we had two of them over here.
So there you go. That's what happens.
Someone has to pay attention to the Santa sack.
Okay. You put them both in the Santa sack. You bought them both.
Well, I don't keep track of them. My job is to sit here and read bottles. That's what I do after.
After we do the review, because he always forgets to do it before. Well, there you go. I'm in charge of everything, and I dropped the ball when he bought the thing twice. So there you go. But
someone has to be a puppet.
All right.
That is very good.
It is actually very good.
It does have. It has a great tingle and hug.
Yeah, no, it get the whole
taste,
mouth, throat coating. Kentucky hug, it really lasts. It's on true Knob Creek fashion.
In a minimal,
it lasts for days. It really does.
I'm getting a minimal heavy rye influence in this one. I honestly, now that you just said it won awards, I could see why it didn't. Because if they're going against like the high rise and all that, because that was a high rise.
This brings a lot more flavor.
It does.
It does. The only thing that you get that little peppery. I like to call it the pop rock aftertaste with the rock. Like that's what I'm getting out of a higher rye. Which when you drink like a wheater, you don't usually get like the pop rocks and stuff.
No.
When you get that like the higher rye,
easy drink
you get like the fiery, and that's with the bourbon-esque flavors to me.
I bet I still miss it.
No, 100%. I can see me leaning towards one of the better bourbons we have. That's what I think I'm going to lean towards because it does remind me of
a proofer. Bourbon.
It kind of reminds me of like when we did like Old Granddad 114 because it was a high rye bourbon. You know what I mean? Like it was like 32%.
Easier though.
I'm just saying it reminds me of that where you get like that. It's just good with the bourbon flavors with a little aggressiveness in on the tongue and stuff. So
very good.
Well, there you go. We babbled on long enough.
We have. And yes, we have.
I don't believe this was a store pick. I think this was barreled in 2009. It was just in one of the stores. I remember when he bought that store pick, you got this one too. And we just assumed it was a store pick, but I think it was just something he had in his back shelf that he probably thought it was a store pick.
Did I get him with the same spot?
90% sure. Because when I wrote them down in the book for the research, they were back to back.
See, he's slacking again.
Not
he
slacking.
Wrote it down.
I wrote it down.
So I guess we will have to stop putting where they came from.
No, we won't. We're going to have to use our minds. If you buy it, I can tell you where I bought all my stuff. Don't point at the back.
We're a month and a half out.
See, that's the problem.
So
some of that stuff's been in the Santa sack for a long time. Month. Yeah, no. I got 2 notebooks worth of research.
And then Steve comes over and then brings different stuff. So, and not opposed to that, Steve.
Thank you very much, Steve, for all of you've done.
It's just one of those, I'm going to remember a month and a half out. Which store did I get this at?
I'll see you in a little bit, Steve, because I think he's actually coming.
We'll see you in a
Bring you something else, too. So, there you go. Knob Creek, best guy in the world, I got to be honest with you. Knob Creek, cask strength, rye whiskey, 2 huge thumbs up for me.
Yes.
I'm not even allowing you to. Like, I say, if you see this, you can do it. Yeah, no, I highly recommend it. Yeah. Wish it was a little cheaper. We might have just
winded down though. You know,
well, no, because it's an old 2018. So that's what I said.
If you see it in the store,
I think he had it in the back room thinking it was a store pick, and then realized when he brought it up, he's like, "We got this too." You know what I mean? And you just kind of brought it out. I'm 90% sure that's what it was, because this one doesn't have his store pick sign on it, and all of his usually.
I want to say this is from the girls.
Nope.
Right.
It might be. It might be. But he'll find out when he goes to the store next time. So, because I know you're watching. So, thank you very much for that. We'll end it at that.
Yeah, it's overheating in here.
Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
I did good because I was waiting for a hot end.
Mm-hmm.